Welcome to Bright Horizons with
Deb and
Green.
We said we'd be back. Here we are. Happy Monday.
Yes.
Happy, let's make it
the month of May.
May 2nd, but you know what? Happy Magical Monday. How does that sound?
Yes.
Mondays, a lot of times, we say Monday, ooh, Monday, what another manic Monday. Not
I
necessarily.
never say that.
There's
I
a
love
song about
Mondays.
that, right?
New opportunities.
Right. New opportunities, you name it, you go.
Got a few birthdays.
We sure do. We have quite a few birthdays in the month of May, but Jim's going to start off with his list.
Yeah, because today is the big day, May 2nd. My trainer for many years, Tip Walker, Douglas T. Walker.
Okay.
So happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
I'll see him tomorrow when I train with him.
Okay, great.
And then Deb Doherty, our dear friend Deb Doherty.
Oh, Deb, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Deb.
We have to sing to all of you now. You know what that means.
And then Mike Dooley, do you know Mike Dooley?
Okay, Mike Dooley, happy birthday.
He's from the Hope Sound office of Illustrated Properties.
Yes, I know who he is.
I've known him for years, wonderful gentleman, so kind, and has mentored so many agents in that Hope Sound area,
That's wonderful.
Southern Martin County, Northern Palm Beach County. So we wish you a happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Another friend of mine, Ann Trueblood, it's her birthday today
happy
also.
Birthday. See, all these birthdays, my goodness.
And then yesterday was Rand Jangard. He's a good friend of mine, and I want to wish him a happy birthday.
Gracious. Wow.
Marion Grigsby, do you know Marion?
Oh my gosh, happy
She's an agent with Illustrated Properties for many years.
Wow.
And then on the 30th was Jim Colbert, a dear friend of mine.
Jim Colbert, okay.
He was called Jim. He's a music. He used to DJ a lot of activities with the Realtors Association. So we want to wish Jim, because you brought so much fun and entertainment to people. We want to rejoice with your birthday too, Jim, on the 30th. My high school friend who became my roommate in college, Dennis Paese. His birthday,
happy birthday.
Another Italian, April 30th.
Another Paisano.
We had so many good times. He's so funny.
Wow, that's
good
great.
Times at Cornell
Wonderful
University
memories.
together. Yes,
roommates.
We were roommates.
My goodness. College.
And then another friend of mine was on the 29th. Her name is Jenna Buchek. She's up in Chautauqua, New York area.
Wow, Chautauqua, yeah.
Yes, she has two wonderful children. My beloved Barbara and I met her when we used to go to Chautauqua. And nice. She and her husband, and now they have two beautiful children. So happy birthday, Jenna.
Happy birthday.
Wishing you the best. So let's go to your birthdays.
Well, I have my sister Lisa. Happy birthday,
Lisa.
May the 4th coming up.
Wow, this week.
I love you, Mama. My Aunt Nancy in Washington, D.C. May the 7th. Happy birthday, Aunt Nancy.
Happy
and
birthday.
My beloved grandmother in heaven, Machi. Happy birthday, May the 9th.
Oh, beautiful.
So this is within the week. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. All right. We've said quite a bit about birthdays.
We like to celebrate you.
We do. That's what it's all about. We're celebrating you, and you.
Last weekend I saw the show at the Wick Theater, Breaking Up Is Hard to Do. It's all the Neil Sedaka songs. So that was fun.
I love that song. I love Neil Sedaka. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Calendar Girl, remember that song?
I love
my calendar girl.
I love my calendar girl. Each and every day of the year. February, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I can go on.
January, we start the year off
I missed January.
We start the year off fine. February, you're my little Valentine. March, gonna march you down the aisle.
April, you're my little Easter something or other.
Yeah, my heart's in a whirl. I love my calendar girl every day.
Every day of the year. Oh, Neil Sedaka, we love him. His music is so,
it puts you in a great mood.
It does. It's infectious, and I grew up with it. You know, sweet little 16. My mother played that. He's just great. I can go on and on. You hear me talk about him quite often.
So if you want to see a great show, it'll be, I think, till the middle of May, down in the northern part of Boca Raton at the Wick Theater. Marilyn Wick is a wonderful person. Support her and that wonderful theater. She does a lot for the community.
That's nice.
And she's a beautiful person. She and her daughter Kimberly operate the theater, and they're just so heartfelt. When you go there, Marilyn comes out before the show begins, and she speaks a little bit, welcomes the audience.
Nice.
It's so nice to see that. Or Kimberly will sometimes do that. And you can also have dinner there sometimes too. So
that's
dinner and a show.
Nicer.
Great way to
how enjoyable
celebrate.
Is that? Isn't that nice?
Yes, great way to celebrate it. birthdays or anniversaries or just celebrate life.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
That's right. And we are discussing today, we dream,
Yes.
don't we? We all dream big.
Right.
So we thought, let's discuss to dream the impossible dream.
Yes, because it's not always impossible.
That's right. What is your dream? What is your dream? What is my dream? We all have dreams.
Oh, we've all had so many dreams.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And they're wonderful,
Yes.
And if you're going to dream, they say to dream high. And don't let the fear of the unknown be a reason not to try.
Right.
We all know that.
And don't
but-
let other people discourage you from achieving your
Right,
goals
yeah.
and dreaming. Because dreaming brings success.
The world is your oyster.
What you can conceive,
That's right.
what you can conceive, you can actually accomplish. It's just
There's
beautiful.
so many things when you think about it. Gee, would've, could've, should've. And, I myself will attest that I could kick myself. But no, when I say kick myself, things that I know that I could have done, but I could do it now. It's never too late.
Right.
Because it's in you, the excitement. And, what is a dream? It's your feeling. It's the emotion. It's the feeling at the moment. You grow up with dreams.
Right.
From a little child.
And don't let anybody limit you or any thoughts.
Yes,
Sometimes
yeah.
we're our own worst enemy with the thoughts that we have in our brain.
You process the
To
wrong
discourage us.
information.
Right.
Absolutely, Jim.
Right.
That was so spot on what
Yes.
you just said because
Yes.
it is so true.
Don't limit yourself in that
Don't,
way.
because
And-
the sky is a limit, And that song, which we will sing at the end of our show, To Dream the Impossible Dream, maybe not the whole song, but that was sung by so many wonderful, wonderful artists. There's, of course, Elvis Presley, my favorite. And then there's Andy Williams who sang it, Frank
Yes.
Sinatra, you can go on and
Richard
on.
Kiley
but
was
yes,
from the actual
yes,
Broadway show.
Yes.
It was really terrific.
And the song just brings chills to my spine every time I hear it.
So
To
inspirational,
dream the
yes,
impossible
inspiring.
dream. It's just amazing what you can do. And a dream doesn't necessarily, you don't have to be, I want to be the president of the United States kind of a thing. Maybe you want to be the best mother
Right.
and raise a family.
Right.
And have just a wonderful marriage with wonderful children. And
Well,
have,
look at all the beauty that a mother brings into
exactly.
the
Mother's
to
Day
the-
is around the corner
Yes,
also, right?
coming up.
So there we go. That is the American, that's an impossible dream. Let me tell you something, there's a lot of work with motherhood.
Yes.
I may not have children. I guess it wasn't in the cards for me, but that's okay. I've had fur babies.
Right. And,
and
all
they're
the
my
love
little
you
babies.
bestowed on them and the relationship you
Right.
had. Yes. Beautiful.
So that is a wonderful thing, and you can give your love to your children, your family, to your homemaker, and everything that you can be
but
to your family.
the mothers nurture the family.
Yes.
And
Yes, most certainly. The glue.
that's why they're growing, and you're enabled to dream because your mother and your father and the
That's
family
right.
bring that support.
Yes.
We were both blessed with beautiful parents,
Thank
loving
God.
parents,
Thank God.
and,
Yes.
and
Very
we
blessed.
always keep saying that, and we thank the Lord
Yes.
for our parents because they provided that environment. And look at us today.
Wow.
We're
Yes.
the important thing is being happy, a positive outlook.
Happiness
Yes.
is something that was always instilled with both of my parents. My mother would always say, God's in you. My father said, keep the faith.
Yes.
It was always, always instilled, and I don't know any other way of living.
And being that your
it's
father
always
was in the
been-
entertainment business.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all the happiness and the
We had a lot of great times, a lot of
the
singing
music
went on in our
that we brought
home.
into
Yeah,
the home. I
a
mean,
lot of
that just
singing.
elevates you. It's just a beautiful way to grow up. I just love
yes.
the thoughts about our
We
family
could all
life.
set out on the road to perfection, but really, what is perfection? You don't have to be perfect. None of us are perfect. That's not what it's about.
No, because that could limit you actually.
Exactly.
If you think.
To dream the impossible dream.
Yeah.
Yes, set yourself here, there, inch by inch, to cinch yard by yard. It's hard. Just do what you have to do.
Well, in historical terms, when you think of Benjamin Franklin, look
Oh,
at all
yeah,
the
there
things
you
that
go.
he
Good.
invented that people would have said, how could you even think that that's possible, right?
That's true.
Now, I'm sure he had a lot of failures, but you keep pursuing it, and look at all the things that Benjamin Franklin
That's right.
invented and accomplished. Thomas Edison,
That's a great
Right?
example. Both great
Yes.
examples.
a lot of failure with
Great
Thomas
examples.
Edison. Yes.
We stumble, we fall,
Right.
even in the slightest degree. We all do it. But hey, we accomplish what we set out to do, and that's at the end of the day. That's what's so important.
And-
when you accomplish,
Yes.
when you do what you set out to do, that is an accomplishment, and that is part of your dream.
And you know what I
Always
was
keep that in
thinking?
mind.
Mentors are so important in our lives.
Which you are. My
Yes.
Jim is my mentor in so many ways.
But
I
I've
have
had-
to honestly say that, and
Well,
I'm
you're
so
a blessing to me.
I feel very
Yeah.
blessed to have you in my life, and there's so many people that I adore and love, and I'm just so blessed.
Yeah, so when you think
To
back
have,
in your life,
because
think of the people that
I
helped
don't know
you
exactly.
along.
That
Yeah.
alone is that to me is my dream,
Yeah.
Heavenly Father, thank you for what you've given me, but thank you for Jim. Thank you for this person. That everybody makes a difference in your life. And if I can have that, that's my happiness. That's truly how I feel.
I was reflecting about when I first moved down here, and I had to take the Florida bar exam, which is not normal course of routine, but not being sure what direction my career would take off. And I remember driving to the beach, and I was sitting there praying to the Lord, give me some direction.
That's lovely.
What avenue should I take? And then within a short period of time, I found out an attorney needed. It was like an internship, so he gave me that opportunity, and then I worked there for maybe 4 or 5 months, and then another attorney in West Palm Beach needed an assistant attorney. It was more than just an internship. And then finally, Herman Jeffer, who I've been with now for over 30 years, he needed someone to manage his Palm Beach office. But the interesting thing was, he just wanted someone to manage that office and service their clients from New Jersey. So it was just like a satellite office. My dream was bigger. I wanted it to become an independent office with our own clients and build a practice. And I built it to one of the the largest real estate practices in this area, or the state of Florida.
That's right.
And it was just so beautiful how it evolved. And I thank Herman Jeffer for giving me that opportunity to establish that office and then build upon it. So just a beautiful
It's wonderful you have that experience. And you see, you pray to the Lord, and that's what happens. In His time, not in ours.
Right.
And that's something that's always been very profound in my life. I mean, the same thing goes with Illustrated Properties.
Right.
Okay, I'm here going on 16 years. At the end of this month, it'll be 16 years. I don't know where the time's gone, but I feel so blessed. I mean, I couldn't be a part of a better company. And do I enjoy what I do? Immensely. I truly do. I've met a lot of wonderful, wonderful people that have guided me as I've guided them, and we've become tight, and just the friendships that you develop.
Yes.
I feel like it's my home away from home. It's a business, but it's a family business, and you could be who you are, and there's no limits. It's a plain and simple, family business.
And the beauty
and
is,
have to enjoy, and I said the same thing. Lord, put me in the direction. Real estate agent. Do I want to be an office administrator? All of that came together for me, and it happened the way it was supposed to happen.
Yes. And
I felt that this is where it belonged. This is where you belong, and this is what needs to be done. And you go from there.
And Virginia Spencer, who we mentioned and honored a couple of weeks ago.
Love, our Virginia.
Speaking about a mentor, there's so many people, but in particular women. I mean, women sometimes have had a challenge in our society because they're not treated with the equality we would hope they would be.
Yeah.
And she's been a champion for helping women in the real estate field, advancing their career.
Yes.
Just a beautiful, loving person.
Well, she's on your timeline. If you have a chance, take a look. You'll see a picture of Jim and Virginia together.
We appreciate you so much, Virginia, and all you've done for so many people.
And she makes me laugh and smile every day, no matter what is going on, good, bad, indifferent. She will always, at the end of the day, send you an email with a smiley face and a positive joke.
Right.
That
Same
will bring
with me.
you up, and I love it. And I'm like, oh, thank God for Virginia, because she may be, and it always seems to happen when I'm feeling like a little off or something just happened. I'm like, oh, there's Virginia. She knows what to say at that time.
And
so
it's so cute because she'll send me the same thing. She'll say, thought you might find this funny, or you could use this in your newspaper column.
Right.
And
she's so thoughtful.
She knows so many people, but to take the time to do that for me and to do it for Deb.
She's a lovely
Virginia.
Class act.
I call her Saint Virginia now,
Second
by the way.
to none, actually.
Because I think she's a saint. And
she is.
She'll go straight to heaven when the Lord calls her, but just a beautiful, beautiful, loving person.
For when we decide to fly, that's when God will give you the wings.
Yes.
And there you go.
Yes.
You just said that.
Right.
You sat there at the beach. You didn't know what direction. When you are ready to fly, you'll get your wings, but only again in His time.
That's right.
So we'll fly.
And it was interesting
build
because
our possible dreams along the way.
Because my thoughts at the time were, what can I do? I need to be productive, and I just felt. And
you really wanted to become an attorney,
yes.
And that had a lot of magnitude in your whole being. You really wanted it, so therefore it came to fruition.
And now that I reflect, that was a very difficult time in our economy. Inflation was rampant. It was the early 80s. And there were not a lot of jobs out there, because I would approach some people and they would say, sorry, but we're not really looking for anybody right now. And then all of a sudden this attorney needed an intern, and that's how you learn the office practice that way. And it was just beautiful how it developed, but very discouraged at times. I don't like to get discouraged, but because each day I was on my search, I wouldn't get results, but that's the way I am. I want things right away. But sometimes,
Yes.
like you said, the Lord says, no, it's not going to happen today, but next week.
You want to know how typical that is? It's so amazing. You just hit another spot on statement. Sometimes you want things right away. Who doesn't? And I really get annoyed with myself and I'll say, I have these self-talks to myself.
Right.
Say, Deb, stop that. Stop it right now. Time out. It's not happening in your time.
Right.
Just take a deep breath. Know what you want to do. Pray about it. It's going to happen.
Right.
And, you want it right away. Sure. And you're going to get it. And then you're going to look back and say, oh, that's why it happened. Or that's why it didn't happen. And then God does not want certain things to happen in your life for a reason.
Right.
To protect you.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, and this is really scary. Last week I was driving to the office. It was Friday. I almost got into a terrible accident.
Really?
And my heart I was so upset. All I did, and I always have my seatbelt on, 10-2 on the wheel constantly. I'm a good driver, I feel, thank God. Amen. No tickets. It's been great. I'm going to shut up about that just in case. God
Lockwood.
forbid.
Thank you,
But
Lord.
anyway,
No tickets.
Please. But I don't know what happened. Just for a split second, I turned my head, and there was a truck in front of me, and bam, I hit the brakes. Within seconds, and I saw this beautiful white butterfly right across my windshield. I'm like,
Wow.
and I said, thank you, God. My heart was just pounding. It was just so fast. It was not, I could.
So were you inches from the truck when you stopped?
I just inches. We're talking.
Wow.
I don't know if I didn't have the reflex that I did. Boom,
Right,
the way I did
it.
it.
It would have been an accident, yeah.
I was shocked. I had to stop for a second, pull over, and
Yes,
when I
it
came
takes
in, I
a
was
while.
telling Angela, she was here at the office. I know you follow us, Angela. Mwah, love you. But I was telling her too, because she knows I love butterflies, and they're very significant in my life,
Yes.
and they're good luck, and to me, they're my guardian angels. And somebody was a butterfly there was a butterfly that I believe
Yes.
could have been my mom, because I actually had her on my mind.
Yeah. Oh,
So
interesting.
that is interesting. But
Well, thank God you're safe and you had
I
that.
only brought that up because again,
Yes.
see how
Yeah.
we are.
But
never take anything for
you had that
granted.
immediate reaction. It's a slam on the brakes.
I was
Thank
so
God you had the
close.
presence of
That
mind,
was
yes,
such
at
a
that time.
frightening experience. Wow.
That's why you always have to pay attention. Also,
Just for a
be
split second.
in the present. Don't be
Right,
distracted.
right.
Because sometimes we tend to be thinking, and we're not in the experience.
That's
but when you're
exactly
driving,
what took place,
especially, yes.
And I said to myself, "Oh, brother, don't ever do." Just for a split second, it's all it takes.
I wanted to cite a few interesting people.
Yes.
Now, I've told a couple of these stories before, but it's so poignant for this topic. During the Revolutionary War, there was a woman named Deborah Sampson, and by the way, this is how it happened that I learned about her. I was interviewing a new client on the phone, and he was from Massachusetts. And the natural question is, what's your address? And he said, whatever the number was, Deborah Sampson Drive. And I said, who's Deborah Sampson? She was a female during the Revolutionary War who wanted to fight for the colonies. So she posed as a man and actually served in the military for over a year before they discovered that she was a woman. But imagine, she took the initiative. There was no impossible dream for her. Nothing was impossible for her. She took the initiative and fought in the Revolutionary War and was honored afterwards.
God bless.
Yes,
That's wonderful.
imagine.
Wow.
Now, at that time, women, no way you were going to serve
At
in the
that-
military, right?
Yeah, right. Of course, no. Not going to happen.
But she did. She adopted the name Robert Shirtleaf. I don't know how she picked that name.
Wow. What is that, Robert?
Shurtlief, Shirtleaf. But I just love that's an inspiring story.
It
of
is,
someone who
very
said,
much so.
"You're not going to limit me. I'm going to fight, and I'm going to find a way to do it." And
That's
she
right.
did. She became.
I
She got
admire
in.
that in anybody.
The only way they found out about her was she got injured, and then they examining her, they realized that she was a woman, not a man. So
There you go.
she was discharged at that point. But how brave to want to fight for the birth of the
very
of
courageous.
the
My
United
goodness
States. Yes.
gracious.
So thank you,
Very.
Deborah Sampson. Another
Thank you,
Deborah.
Deborah. Another Deborah. Lots of Deborahs out there. Yes. My gosh, that is very fascinating, Jim.
Then we had
Good
Annie
story.
Taylor. Okay.
Annie Taylor.
She was the one I told this story about before. Barnum, what was his first name? That had the circus and a lot of.
Oh, Barnum Noble and not Noble. I'm talking about the bookstore.
Yeah, but P.T. Barnum at the 1900s wanted someone to go over the Niagara Falls in a barrel.
Okay. Yes. Interesting story too.
Okay.
I love this.
So Annie Taylor decides that, well, if anyone's going to do it, why can't I? A woman, right? Normally they wouldn't pick a woman to do that. So
I
she
can't imagine going over in a barrel
I
in
know.
Niagara Falls. Oh my
she
God.
found the barrel, right?
Oh,
She
you-
wanted to make sure that it was safe, so she examined it and made sure it was sturdy. And then to test it first, she put her cat in the barrel.
Oh, that poor cat.
And the cat went down the fall successfully, so she said, "Oh, okay, the barrel survived, the cat survived."
I keep hearing the cat going, meow,
Right.
meow. Oh my God. Oh.
So then she went over the falls, imagine. Now, that
Wow.
takes a lot of courage. And
I've been to Niagara Falls
Yes.
once, and it was the most magnificent.
Can you
sight.
believe going
One of the
over that?
wonders of the world.
Yes.
And absolutely scrumptious. What a beautiful, beautiful experience to be there. But cannot imagine going over in a barrel.
She cushioned it around with some
Wow.
pillows.
That's amazing.
And she survived, and she gained some notoriety, but she never gained the notoriety that
That
you.
she
I mean, you don't even
expected.
know that Andy Taylor was the first person, right? It hasn't. That story
How do
hasn't
you
really
like
survived.
that? Wow.
So anyway, it's inspirational because people could have said, "You're not going to go over the Niagara
To
Falls."
dream the impossible
Right,
dream. So
right,
this is what it's all
right,
about. Yeah.
Right. She said, "I'm going to do
To
it," and
dream.
she did it.
She said, "I'm doing it. Darn it."
I
and
think
she
you
did
have
it.
that spirit. I think Deb has that spirit. No, you can't limit Deb. If she wants to do something, she'll do it.
Actually, Jim, I do, and it's
Yes.
funny. But with me, it has to be my atmosphere has to be correct. The people in my life have to be correct.
Right.
I'm working right now on my children's book as well, and I'm trying to get it to a way that I want it to be, and it
Right.
didn't work out. I was working on it yesterday, as a matter of
Yeah.
fact. I'm almost there, but I'm excited. And
Good for you.
It's because of you. It has a lot to do with Jim because he inspires me. It has a lot to do with my inner soul, my heart, but it always
Right.
helps when you have your mentor,
Yes.
your people that believe in you.
But it's
It's
beautiful.
something that I've had years ago when Shaker was just a puppy, for crying out loud, and I'm just now
I'm
picking
so
it
glad
up.
you're doing it,
Can
and
you believe that?
it's
ridiculous,
inspiring.
but
It's inspiring because you'll
Yeah.
inspire other people.
I hope
we
so.
love our pets.
Yes, I
you know,
hope
and
so.
I think people will approach it with that loving spirit of yours.
I hope
It'll
so.
it will be obvious in the book. I can't wait to read it.
Oh yes, I can
Yes,
hardly wait,
yeah.
and yours as well. And I'll tell
Yes.
you, this is what, and we live life. Let's leave our love
Yes.
to others, letting them know, and that's what it's about. You write what happens in your life, what experience are you
Yes.
going through. We know that it all takes courage, absolutely,
Right.
and for sure, all of us set out on the road to our dreams, and we have good intentions, and all of a sudden, we come to a barricade. It's like, oh, somebody said something, and then you think, well, can I really reach that? Am I kidding myself? As you said, don't
Yes.
allow anybody to steal your dream. In
Right.
fact, I have a magnet on my refrigerator that says, do not allow anyone to steal your dream.
Beautiful.
And I've had it
You
for
see that every
years,
day. That's
and it's
wonderful.
on my refrigerator. And that is so strong.
Yes.
And I can't say it enough. So, and whether it's something that you wanted to pick up and do 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it's now. The time is now.
It is.
And we know it doesn't happen
Seize the
overnight.
day, right?
Right.
Carpe
Seize
diem.
the day. We know it doesn't happen overnight.
Another
And remember-
inspiring woman is from my church, Joan. Her name is Joan Cashon. Now, unfortunately, sometimes we get some medical, diagnosis that's not
Yeah.
in keeping with what we would hope.
Yeah.
And she had been diagnosed with cancer years ago. And they told her she had a very short time to live. Do you know, with her spirit, and such a loving spirit, if you meet her, people fall in love with her right away. I call her Saint Joan because she's just brings so much joy to people's lives and love. She didn't let that limit her. And she went through whatever procedures that she felt the doctors would allow her to have.
She fought.
She fought, and the odds were against her. They said she wouldn't last, I forget how many years.
See that?
And she did, and she's still with us today, bringing that loving spirit to so
I
many
just
people.
got chills when you said that.
She
That's
wrote a book.
wonderful.
This is what
wow.
She wrote a book about that
love
experience.
It.
It's
Good
called,
for you.
Yes, Joan.
God bless you.
We love
Good
you.
for you.
It's called
I love
A
that.
Bow in the Clouds. B-O-W for rainbow.
I
in the
love
clouds.
it.
And on the front of the book is a rainbow. How inspiring that is.
I know. Oh,
Yes.
I love rainbows.
And she's one of God's angels on earth. When you're in her presence, you know
wasn't
God
her
is
time.
there. You know God is
Well,
there.
there you go. It wasn't her time. God said, you have more to do on this
Well,
earth.
she fought,
And
though.
sh- and she
you know.
fought.
No, she didn't allow that diagnosis to limit her, and she fought. Sometimes you can't do that, but she fought,
Unfortunately, no, but she,
and she was
I
inspiring.
admire that so
Because now I have another friend who was diagnosed. They said he was, maybe a year or two to live.
Oh.
20 years, he's still alive.
much. Amen.
So,
That's
God forbid, if
wonderful.
you ever do get a diagnosis that's, earth-shattering to you, don't let it stop you. Think about it. feel what's deep in your heart, and fight if you want to fight. Then fight the fight.
Oh, I'm going to start to cry.
Yeah.
That is so emotional. And
It's-
that's so true, because it's just, you have to fight the fight.
Yes, it brings
And as you
tears to my
said,
eyes
sometimes,
too. Yes.
wow, it's
It's
tough.
powerful though, because it's inspiring.
Yeah.
Don't let a doctor say to you that I'm sorry, that this is the news and you have to just accept it. Because there's more than just medicine. And
They are
medicine is-
practicing as well.
Right, it's
I mean,
not
they
an
are
exact
practicing,
science.
right?
It's not an exact science.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that,
Yeah.
Jim. That is so.
I mean, I love doctors. We have doctors in my
amen
family.
for them. Absolutely, they're great. I love my doctors, every one of them. I'm going through something with my knees right now,
Right.
as you well know.
Right, and
And
look at you, inspiring.
am fighting.
She's exploring all the avenues that are available to her.
I do not want a complete knee replacement,
Right.
which I was told I would need.
Right.
Well, you know what? I found other avenues, and that's because it's good to have options, and it's great to have options.
Yes.
And you explore, you take your time, you do what you have to do, listen to your heart, listen to the doctors by all means, of course. You're not the expert, but you know your body. And you know, as you said, the fight of the fight.
Yes.
Why just give in? Do
Right.
everything it takes first,
Right.
okay? And then you go from there.
Yeah.
So
So
thank you for sharing. I
don't
love
let
that.
don't let those be limiting thoughts in that respect.
Absolutely.
I also wanted to pray for the people in Ukraine, and thank God the
Yes.
United States.
Oh, my gosh,
Some
Jeff.
Congress members went there and met with Zelensky to show our support. We're not giving military support yet, but we have to. It's terrible what the Russians are doing to those people for no reason. So we've been praying in church about it, and all of us need to send positive thoughts and prayers.
Please,
Because
yes.
those people need to succeed and push those Russians back and let them know that they're not going to take over
Heavenly
their country.
Father, hear our prayer.
Yes.
It's so important.
Yes.
We need him. He's got the whole world in his hands. Does he
Yes.
ever? Wow.
Yeah,
It's
and
incredible.
these leaders sometimes think that they can just control everybody's life. Well, Putin, it's not you to control the world.
That's
So,
right. Thank you,
Yeah,
Jim.
we have to put him in his place and pray for the people there.
Thank you.
Yeah, because they're the ones that are the victims of this terrible, onslaught. So now we get to our dear, loving Marie Pinschmidt. Remember,
Marie,
she
Marie.
painted,
What would our
she
day be
painted that
without
beautiful.
Marie?
That's her painting also. Besides being an artist and a writer, she combines the two on this. Out of my mind and into your heart.
All of you that follow us know that we don't let a show go by without our Marie.
This one is called Destiny of Thought. Okay, because we're talking about limiting and not allowing anyone to limit your thoughts. So this is what Marie says. Mahatma Gandhi, right, a very inspiring person, advised, keep your thoughts positive because your thoughts become your words, right?
True.
Keep your words positive because your words become your behaviors.
So
Keep
true.
your behaviors positive because your behaviors become your habits.
Yes.
Keep your habits positive because your habits become your values.
I love it.
And keep your values positive because your values become your destiny. Isn't that beautiful?
Fabulous. Excellent.
Thank you, Marie, for pointing that out to us.
Wow. Do they ever be? See, there you go. So spot
Beautiful
on.
quote from Mahatma Gandhi. But then I just
So
wanted to read
spot
a little
on.
further. This is a little bit of the wisdom of Marie. Are we allowing the words of others to control our behaviors? See what we're talking about
Yeah.
today. Are we too influenced by poll numbers, celebrity, big advertising, and false information? Has the internet been a gift to our generation, or has it taken away the ability for self-expression?
Something to think about.
Thinking for ourselves, or has it become a camouflage for our own flaws and prejudices? Have our thoughts so eroded that we no longer consider the consequences of our thoughtful words? Our river of words is breaking its bounds, filling and overflowing our lives. Thank you, Marie.
Spot
Love
on. Love it. Love
What
it.
wisdom. So
Wisdom
you'll find it in
through
this
and
book.
throughout.
Remember, you can get it on Amazon or on mariepinschmidt.net. Love it, Marie. Thank you.
We love you. You know how much we love you, Maria.
Yes.
Okay, Jim and I were discussing earlier that, we love being here with you. We know we're having a magical Monday, no
Yes,
doubt about it.
we
We're
love
all
it.
going to have a magical, fabulous day. But we'd like to have you share with us your thoughts, a topic you'd like to discuss. Perhaps there'll be a prize involved, who knows. But you know what? I'll let you take off on this, Jim. We discussed the fact of we've been doing this for quite a while now.
if you can tell us
This is the deal now. Listen up.
the date of our first show, Bright Horizons with Deb and Jim, please provide us, either private message us or provide us a message of some sort to let us know what date you believe our first show was.
Yes.
And then you can pick the topic for a show, and you'll
Be on
be
the show.
receiving, and be on the show, and you'll be receiving a prize also, which we'll honor you with on the day
So please
that you
do
join us
that.
on the show.
We just want to add some fun things
Yes.
into the show and just let you know how much we appreciate you all. We really do.
By the way, I happened to find a card I bought this card for a while back.
Oh,
It always
I love
seems
it.
impossible until it's done.
Isn't that
Isn't that
funny?
inspiring?
It
It always seems impossible until it's done.
Isn't that the God's honest truth?
I mean, when you think of someone like Elon Musk, right?
That is amazing. I love it.
And the beauty of what I'm saying is, in the United States, only in the United States do you have opportunities that you can pursue.
Yeah.
Elon Musk, who would think that
I love that.
a private citizen could develop a spacecraft to go into the universe, right? You would think NASA, a lot of people say, oh, the government has to do that. No, private individuals can do that, right? And they have developed it. So we just use it as an inspiration for you. It always seems impossible until it's done. So it can be done.
So it can
Yes,
be
it's
done.
not
And
impossible.
do it. Let's do it.
What a
It's
difference
not-
a day makes.
What a
right?
difference
Oh, we have to
a
talk about
day. Yeah.
to dream the impossible dream.
Now, we all know, again, as we said, it's been sung by so many beautiful artists.
Yes.
And as I said, it's whoever your favorite artist is.
So we'll sing a little bit from this song first.
To dream
The
impossible dream. To find the unbeatable foe. To bear with unbearable sorrow. To run with a bridge and not go. To right the unrightable wrong. To love, fear and chase from afar. To try when your arms are too weary. To reach the unreachable star. This is my quest. To follow that star. No matter how hopeless, no matter how far. To fight for the rights without question or pause. To be willing to march and to fight for a heavenly cause. And I'm going to lose. I went from that extreme to this. And it'll only be true to the glorious quest. I love this part. That my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this. And one man, soaring covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to find
The
All right.
Beautiful. I love that song. So
A little
inspiring.
bit of, isn't that, it just sends
We hope we've
chills.
inspired you today. Please
Whoa!
share this with others. We'd
We
like to
love you
spread
guys. You
the
know we
love
do.
to so many people.
Remember, the first thing at the end of the day, in the beginning of the day, the middle of the day, always keep your horizons bright.
Yeah,
Jim and I
what a difference
strive
a day
every
makes.
day. What a
Yes.
difference a day makes. What a difference
Difference
a day makes.
24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. What a difference a day makes. And the difference is you and you and you.
You know you make a difference to us
You
today
do.
and every day, in every way.
Yes, and you make a
So-
difference in so many people's lives. So
Be strong,
Yes.
hang in there.
yes.
Get back to us. Remember, first date. What was our show? The very first date. Private message us. Let
Yes.
us know. You'll be on our show and a prize.
And remember to keep.
Keep your
Your
horizons
horizons
bright.
bright.
Bye, everyone. We love you. Mwah.
Thank you. We'll look forward to seeing you again soon.